MS Ramaya University of Applied Sciences.
Hi friends, with this experiment we are determining the shear strength of the given material. Theory: shear strength of the material is the ultimate shear stress attained by the specimen, or it is the strength of a material or component against the type of yield or structural failure where the material or component fails in shear. A shear load is a force that tends to produce a sliding failure on a material along a plane that is parallel to the direction of the force. When a paper is cut with scissors, the paper in shear. In structural and mechanical engineering, the shear strength of designing the dimensions and materials to be used for the manufacture or construction of the components like beams, plates or bolts. In a reinforced concrete beam, the main purpose of the reinforcing bar, rebar, stirrups is to increase the shear strength. Apparatus required to conduct experiment are as follows: Universal Testing Machine (UTM), shear attachment to the UTM and shear dies, vernier calipers. Procedure: measure the diameter of the specimen using vernier calipers. Set the correct dies to shear box and insert the specimen into the dies so that it projects equally on either side. Place the entire assembly with the specimen in UTM centrally over the lower crosshead of UTM. Bring the middle crosshead close to the top surface of the assembly and set the load pointer to 0. Apply the load gradually until the specimen breaks. Note the ultimate load applied on the specimen and do necessary calculations to find shear strength of the material. Observations and calculations. Diameter of the specimen D equals 8 mm. Failure load of specimen F equals 37.96 kN. Shear strength of material under double shear equals 4F divided by 2 pi d square equals 377.78 Newton per millimeter square. Repeat the experiment for different materials to find its shear strength.
Hi friends, today I am doing the experiment shear test on the mild steel. The aim of this experiment is to find the ultimate shear stress of the given mild steel specimen using double shear method. Operators required for this experiment are universal testing machine, then shear box with the shear dies, vernier calipers. This universal testing machine is a computerized and hydraulic operated machine. Mainly it consists of two parts. One is the loading units, another one is the control unit. This loading unit consists of three parts. This is upper crosshead, middle crosshead and lower table. This control unit mainly it consists of two valves. This left side valve is to control the oil flow into the oil drum of the universal testing machine, and this right side valve is to control the rate of loading. These yellow color switches are for the movement of the middle crosshead. With this switch we can move the middle crosshead upwards, and with this switch we can move the middle crosshead in downward direction. And this green switch is to switch on the hydraulic pump and red is to switch off the hydraulic pump. Here this is the display unit through which you can take the displacement and the load. In this experiment, readings can be taken through the mechatronic control systems software. This is the digital vernier calipers. This is used to measure the dimension of the specimen. The least count of this vernier is 0.01 mm. This shear box, it consists of a middle plate and 2 shear dies. If you are finding the shear strength of the specimen through the single shear, we need to use 1 shear die. If you are finding the shear strength of the specimen through double shear test, we need to use the 2 shear dies. This is the given mild steel specimen for which we are finding the shear strength. Let us start the experiment. To begin the experiment, first we need to take the diameter of the given specimen through the vernier calipers. The diameter of the specimen is 7.8 mm. After taking diameter of the specimen, then we have to fix the specimen into the shear box. Then we need to put the dies. Since we are finding the shear strength by double shear method, we need to put the shear dies on both the sides. After placing the specimen in the shear box, we have to keep it on the lower table of the universal testing machine. After placing the specimen on lower table of the universal testing machine, open the mechatronic control system. There you need to feed the test data. First, we have to select the test type. Since we are doing a double shear test, select the double shear, then OK. Then next click on specimen. Here we have taken a round specimen, so select round. OK. In test data, give the test name as double shear MS. Enter diameter of the specimen, that is 7.87 mm. Then click on OK. After feeding the test data for the mechatronic control system, then we need to bring the middle crosshead of the UTM in contact with the top surface of the shear box. After making all the arrangements, click on Start Test. First, we have to make it online. If we make it online, whatever the reading we are getting in the display unit, that will come in the software. Then, to begin the test, we need to make 0 load and 0 displacement. To start the test, switch on the hydraulic pump and open the control valve slowly. Then click on Yes. Switch on the pump, open the control valve. After failure of the specimen, switch off the hydraulic pump, close this right valve which controls the rate of loading and open the left valve. After obtaining failure load of the given specimen under double shear, do the following calculation to find the ultimate shear strength of the specimen, and repeat the same procedure to find the shear strength of the other materials. This finishes the experiment.
At MSR UAS, we spark your imagination unlike any other.